When a race has existed since 1929, you wonder what more is there left to see? What new event could we possibly witness? And then comes a day like yesterday, an hour of supreme driving to make you fall in love with Formula One all over again. And now it's time for one of the most prestigious events in all of sport. Good afternoon and welcome to the Monaco Grand Prix. It is officially round 7 of the Formula One World Championship. Famous circuit, 3.3 kilometers, 2 miles, and the highest lap count of the year due to the shorter circuit. 19 turns, all with names, all with events that you may well recall. They begin at Saint-Devote, and that's where we will begin the action zones. This is Max Verstappen the first time he came to the Principality, proving you can overtake into turn number 1. He's had it since his very first season. Forgotten that one. Great move to the inside. This is Schumacher and Wirtz back in 1998 at the hairpin, banging wheels, getting elbows out. Wirtz refusing to give it up. That would eventually damage both cars. Wirtz had a huge crash after that moment. And this is Ayrton Senna in a move to the inside of Roberto Moreno, taking the place at the Rascasse. The compounds today, the softest in the range, you'd expect nothing less. The soft is not lasting very long at all. It's a huge gamble if you go on that tyre at the start. The preferred tyre is the medium for the launch benefit. The hard tyre is your safest bet across the board. Phenomenal live pictures of the Principality as we take you through the grid for the Grand Prix. At the back of the field, Sergio Perez crashed here for the 3rd time in his Formula One career. He's next to Zhou Guanyu. Then, for 150 times in Formula One, we welcome Haas to the grid. Kevin Magnussen is next to Hulkenberg. It's 15th for Valtteri Bottas. Logan Sargent in P16 for his first Monaco Grand Prix. Lance Stroll has never made Q3 here. He goes from 14th on the grid. Alex Albon's best Williams start since 2018 for the team. Then it's Nick de Vries with his best start for AlphaTauri. He's next to the rookie Oscar Piastri. Then Lando Norris, who is impeded by Charles Leclerc. Yuki Tsunoda in Q3 for the first time here. Then it is George Russell in 8th position. He is next to Pierre Gasly, P7. Charles Leclerc hit with that 3-place penalty for impeding. He falls down to 6th position. Hamilton in 5th. And then it is Sainz next to Ocon, one of the stars of qualifying. What a performance, though, the front row put on. Fernando Alonso on the front row for the first time since 2007. It is Max Verstappen's first ever Monaco pole. Here come the lights for one of the great tests in all of sport. And Formula One is racing on the streets of Monte Carlo. Good reaction time for Fernando Alonso, but he didn't have the tyre to get ahead. Neither does Ocon. Through there, and there's contact. He parked up nearly stationary at the hairpin.
What was that?
No race. Head down. Everybody saw it.
So much contact, man. Here, disaster.
Can he force an error from one of the stars of qualifying? Oh, he's nearly into the back of him, and he damages the front wing. Carlos Sainz to the back of the Alpine driver to ruin his race.
And here he goes, down the inside.
Down the inside, another Haas.
It was right as we look back as Stroll tries down the inside.
And he's not the only one. Barging through the final corner goes Sergio Perez.
As we see Stroll moving out of the way, and this
through
is exactly
goes one Red Bull, through goes another Red Bull.
I think Perez needs to give that back.
Yes. He jumps across, he throws the elbow for defence. Carlos Sainz makes it into the pit, and now Sainz is going to try and jump out. Can he do so? It's going to be tied across the line. Ocon's given it absolutely everything, and Ocon manages to stay ahead. This is Perez, and making contact with the rear of the Haas.
Yeah, front wing is gone. He will need to come in. That was clumsy.
There are some pockets of rain a few kilometres away from the track we're monitoring.
And that's Sainz on the brink. Sainz trying to fight his way by. He can't make the chicane as he goes past Esteban Ocon. Ocon, he was being cautious.
And this is going to be so difficult to be on a wet track on slick tyres.
The Grand Prix has come alive.
Yeah, I have to drive super slow because my tyres are...
Understood, Max. If it might just be survival.
Alonso exiting, Alonso on the medium tyres. Russell come into the pits. Russell is going for intermediate tyres. Russell is going to gamble. Oh, it's Sainz has gone deep at Mirabeau.
This is where he went off and just locked up the rear and slid gently And a small kiss of the barrier. Very, very fortunate there.
Yeah.
Through goes his teammate. The race leader comes into the pits to get rid of the medium tyres and put on the intermediates. Russell going deep. Oh, and hit by Perez. Verstappen leads. Alonso has stopped twice. He comes out. Ferrari have gambled on medium tyres with both cars. It wasn't the right one.
Here's Lance Stroll at the hairpin.
So he went to the intermediate tyres first. We were hearing it was Portier. He retired at Portier. Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen. Perez.
He's touched the wall there.
Into
That's
the
in
wall.
the chicane. Yeah, it's a replay.
Logan Sargent, he doesn't want to do it in the high-speed corners.
This was the move for Lando Norris out of the wheel tracks. There's just enough dry tarmac to fight away by the Australian rookie driver. Same part of the racetrack. Can he get by? He can! The Dutch master has produced something special in the wet, in the dry. Max Verstappen wins the Monaco Grand Prix for surely one of his most satisfying victories in Formula One. Esteban Ocon to a Formula One rostrum. We have seen a brilliant driving display from most in the field, and Red Bull are off to celebrate another Monaco victory.
It's quite a typical Monaco. Just first of all, I didn't expect the rain to come, so that's why I think my first stint had to be that long, because if it would have been nice and sunny, we had the pit gap behind Fernando, so you could pit with the hard tyres on, drive back up to Fernando and then just wait for him to pit. But because we knew that the rain was around, I had to stay out, and basically I had to do almost double the amount of laps than what we planned to do, which was very hard to manage because the tires started to grain, and it took quite a few laps to get through that graining phase and the tires to cool down. But luckily, I think those last 10 laps are quite crucial, where I was more or less matching his laps, so we didn't really lose out too much. Then, of course, it started to rain, and it was very difficult with worn tires to keep it on the track.
I'm happy. I think we didn't have the chance. Obviously, Max was quicker than us right from the beginning until the end. So, we have to accept that. And second was the best place for us today. And the race was not easy to execute, especially when the rain hit us. We were considering if stopping for inters or for dry tires. We did double stop there, so it was a little bit confusing. But luckily we didn't lose any position. But it was not an easy afternoon.
I'm speechless. I'm on my cloud at the moment. I don't know what to say. Before the weekend, if you told us that we are going to be in the top 10, we would have been happy. But it's not the top 10. It's not the top 5. It's a podium. Yes, we are on it, and the energy I've received from everyone, from that weekend it's been awesome, and I can't thank everyone enough for the support I got, and that one goes to all the team, from Viry to Enstone to the track. This one's for us, and hopefully there's many more to come.
Really difficult day out there, and everything that could have gone wrong went, and really sad with the performance, but not of today. Basically from yesterday, with my mistake, we knew that this was the price that we were going to pay.
Right now, I'll be busy packing my bags early and heading home. Looking forward to Barcelona.
Was it just pretty frustrating that it just didn't really go right from the start?
It was just not one to remember.